Hey YouTube, it's Nicole. I'm more coming to you from my core. So, Love Island. So, I'm so upset because I recorded a live reaction of the exclusive episode and my TV was too loud and you can hear the audio from the show. So, I got a So I had to take the video down, bottom line. Because I couldn't separate the audio from the video I would have had to do the whole video all over again. So we just gonna go ahead and recap it. So basically, from that point on, the main thing that happened was Isaiah popped up on the scene. He flew in on a helicopter, and then you got like some time with him. He pulled a few people. You got Cachet and Trina still going back and forth with Cinco. And really that was really it. It wasn't like, I don't think that there was anything that was too, the main thing about it was Isaiah showed up and Trina and Cachet. Trina tried to kiss Cinco, and Cinco went immediately and told Cachet what was going on. Cachet was in her feelings, but she was talking to everybody but Trina. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like how Trina was moving, but I also didn't like how indirect Cachet was being, because enough is enough. We got to have this conversation. Hello. So that was pretty much that episode, to be honest with you. Really wasn't that much more. Isaiah is a handsome man. He looks but he gives you that cookie cutter stamp that Love Island does with the curly hair. But this curly hair, light eyes. But this time, he was, darker complected. Gave you like he's a black feel, but he's mixed with some things. Still cute. He's gonna give Josh a run for his money. It looks like right now he's interested in Shannon and Amy. Amy's not feeling like Jeremy's giving her anything to work with, so she can be pulled. All right, so then the next step, and then Paramount Plus gives you these like little extras, and they did something called The Drop. And on that, you pretty much got like a closer look at Isaiah and his experience first coming into the house, talking to the ladies. You got to find out a little bit more about his background. And I thought that was decent, but there were some points in the episode that they didn't want you to hear, so you kind of like heard like the ocean, and they kind of put like an ocean backtrack on it. So I thought that was interesting. Was it worth me downloading Paramount Plus? I mean, you'll have to check out my other video to find that out. And while you're doing that, like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm on my journey to 1,000, so I can become monetized, so I can do this a little bit more, be more consistent. I will have an incentive to be more consistent, and then I can get you some more videos out. So then the next episode, you have Cinco and Cachet and Trina still going through some stuff, and Cinco teasing, saying that he kind of has an idea who he wants to go with. But this episode was pretty good because they had a challenge that required each of them to kiss one another and to rate the kiss. So right off the bat, Shannon and Trina won. They got 10s across the board. Now Shannon, she went in and she gave you hunger, in her kiss. You can feel the passion and the aggression and the need in her kisses. And then Trina gave you seductress, I know what I'm doing, you want this, don't you, kind of a kiss. And they all loved both aspects of it. It did seem like Cachet did try her best when it came to Cinco, but it seemed like Cinco gave her like a pity 10. Like, he felt like it was good, but it wasn't great. And then Will gave Kira, I think, a 9. He said he wasn't. No, he gave her. He gave. I think he gave it a 10, but he was saying that he really wasn't sure that it was her because the kiss was so different. It was a good different. It was a more comfortable, more natural different. So, and he liked it. So there was that. So the challenge, lit a spark in some people who didn't know if there was a spark there. So that was a good plus. And it also seemed to solidify where Cinco's head is. So there's that. The next episode we had, the girls were sent on a girls outing, and when they send the girls away, the boys are gonna play and they'll give them toys to play with. So of course they bring in 3 new bombshells. One's a Latina lover, one's an African American girl, and one's a Middle Eastern girl, Indian girl, something like that. And but she's British. She's from the UK, but she lives in like Nevada right now. But she gives you like an Indian, Middle Eastern vibe with her looks. So each girl to me was pretty. I was not feeling, and I can't think of their names right now because I'm in a car and I was not prepared to do this video, but I'm gonna do it. I wasn't feeling baby girl's wig, African American girl's wig. Wasn't feeling it, not at all. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But I wasn't feeling it. Just putting it out there. And yeah. So it seems like Isaiah is a little over Shannon because he had to pull her in the last episode and be like, "Hey, where's your head at? Like I'm not feeling any interest from you." Meaning, it's a mutual thing. If I pull you, you pull me. We're both interested. But if I'm the only one pulling you and I don't see any effort on your end, I'm going to move on. And I mean, I guess that's fair, right? But I think it's early days, as the UK one would say. And so I think he might be jumping the gun to move on a little bit. But he might even be right because Shannon and Josh shared a kiss. So she's not quite over Josh, which is another part of why I think she saved him. And she's just trying to fool everybody into thinking that she's just Miss Tough Cookie and you're not going to play with me. I did not agree with her saving Josh. I understood it because she didn't have a connection with Christian or anyone else, but I did not agree with her saving Josh. Josh is in denial. He doesn't think that she'll move on. He might be right because she is paying him attention. She is, making him think. I mean, she's on one hand, she's making him think, yeah, I'll move on. But on the other hand, the way that she's moving makes Isaiah think she's not ready to move on. So, there's that. What else? Shit, I need to be over here. So we get this last episode. We see that Cinco made his decision. Now I knew after he kissed Trina, I knew what his choice was going to be. And I was right. He chose Trina. Because it doesn't matter how much of a good conversation you have, if the sexual tension is there, but you don't think you're going to get the sex, or you got to work too hard for the sex, or it's going to take a while to get the sex, then he's going to go with the one that he has an attraction to and can build that communication component, but get the sex. So he went with Trina. And now correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't get this. I didn't feel no type of waves from this. The girls had time away from the villa, and they were all sitting having like a little powwow. And Cachet was giving her point of view on the situation that she's in with Trina and Cinco. And she basically felt like she's not opening up enough. And so Cinco is looking elsewhere because Trina is there and is available and is looking into him as well. Well, apparently that just wasn't good enough for Trina the way that it was explained. And I don't think Cachet made any harm by it, but Trina basically took offense to it, feeling like, no, I really think he likes me, but he doesn't want to hurt your feelings, pretty much. And as the time went on in the villa, it kind of started to feel that way. So I can see where I can see both points of view, but I think it started to turn more into what Trina was saying as the days went by. And in the end, he did choose Trina. So there's obviously some sort of truth to it. But that's really the biggest highlights of the episode. Isaiah is, oh no. So I voted for the first time in my history of watching Love Island. I downloaded the app and I voted. And I voted for Kory to date all three of them, not knowing that everyone else would vote the same way. So everyone else voted that Kory gets to go on a date with the three new bombshells. And of course, he's feeling the Latina one. He actually came out of his shell. You know, I think it was what needed to happen for him to bring someone in that he actually found a connection with and that he actually thought he could see himself with. And he came out of his shell. You got to see more of him. You got to see that smile. You got to hear him talk. You got to see that there's some interest that sparked. And I am so grateful that he was saved, even if it was just on a friendship basis versus Christian, because I don't think Christian would have given us levels. I think with Christian, we were going to plateau really quickly with him, and we kind of almost did while he was even there. But with Kory, I think that he's going to give you more levels. I think he's more interesting than we have been shown so far. In this last episode, it kind of helped, it helped me make sure, it helped me feel good about my decision on having him go out on the date with all three. Because I like Kory, and I think that there's just more to him that we just haven't seen yet, and he should be given a chance. And since there's no one already in the house that was going to give him a chance, it had to be someone that was coming in. You know what I mean? So that was that was it. The episodes were pretty good. That was really it. If I missed anything, I am not going to go back and do this video, because it comes on daily, and sometimes I have just forgive me. If I missed it, just put it in the comments below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm about to go get some groceries. Bye-bye.